everyone. This is Sri Manju. We are here with TheImmigrants.ie. I'm here with our special guest Anjali Tamde from GlobalCaketoppers, and we have our cameraman Bharat Kumar. And I would like to introduce Anjali, that I have known her as a friend, but I'm getting to know more about her through this interview as well. So let's introduce, I'll ask Anjali to introduce herself, because she has achieved a lot in recent months and over the years, and she's a wonderful woman as well that I know personally. So Anjali, go on, introduce yourself. Thank you for being here first.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming here. Hi, my name is Anjali Tamde, and I would like to tell you all about myself. So basically I would like to take you all back in time to tell about myself. So okay, so as you all know, I was born to an artist mother, and my father, he is into IT, computers and engineering and that kind of thing. So we always had this science and arts atmosphere at home. And my mother used to run classes, arts classes. So I had a reserved seat there for myself. And I never liked if anyone else sat on that seat.
The chairperson of the art class.
Exactly. And I was interested in arts since childhood. I don't remember if, I started it. I always had it with her. So I enjoyed every moment of my art or craft with her. Eventually, as I said, my dad, he loved experimenting with, any of the computers and things like that. He used to build computers too.
Wow.
So I helped him building computers, programming that, and that was in the year 1991 or 92 when computers weren't there, like
no laptops even.
no, they were the big computers that we had. So I used to enjoy, because it was kind of novelty that time, and I personally like experimenting. I still like experimenting things on people
at their own risk.
Exactly. So so I grew up in that kind of atmosphere, and for my board exams I scored full marks in maths and science.
Fantastic.
And that was the time. At that particular stage, I had even won a lot of awards for my arts.
Yeah.
So I had been to a lot of inter-school competitions, and I had won several awards. I even gave grade exams for elementary, intermediate, I don't know if you know, the state exams, and I stood first there with A grades. So that was the stage when I had to decide if I want to go for medical science or if I want to go for arts, and I chose arts.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people questioned me that time, like, if you scored full marks in maths and science, why did you not? But then that was my choice.
At the moment.
Yeah, I chose my passion.
And are you still agree with that?
I still agree with that. I love that, because it gives me immense happiness when I'm doing that. I don't think anything when I'm doing any form of art.
So you know all about mindfulness since the
will.
time you were born, right?
I think
like
that came from my
thing.
mother, the way I saw, the way my father was a lot stressed when he used to work, because that's the kind of culture in India. Like all the IT people, they are so stressed. So I was wanting to be that part of the family where I could, stay back and do something where I could help people relax.
Give that calming, isn't it,
Exactly.
to yourself? So if you're, and the family will be as well.
I saw my mother that way, She dedicated so much of time
And still be
to
with the family, isn't it?
Exactly. And she wasn't kind of that typical housewife. She did what she wanted to.
Yeah.
But then she looked after us too. So I wanted to be a replica of her.
Of course, isn't it? For I think every girl, like, until one age, dad is the inspiration, and then it's like you want to become like your mom as well, isn't it? Like copy everything.
Yeah, but I think still I have goodness of both. So I love I love computers. I love editing. Whatever photos and everything I take, it still helps me because I have to edit my own photos, my videos, my tutorials. So
That's
it's
great.
not that I'm
Combination,
not exactly,
yeah.
exactly, and that's something that I got naturally from them, both
Yeah.
of them. So
And you can do the best justice for your own art by editing.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So that's something, what I did, and then as I said, I chose fashion designing. So again, I topped in my college. I was first. So
Achievements always there.
yes, but then with great achievements, you have great
Yes,
responsibilities.
exactly.
So I joined in as a faculty in the same college,
Wow.
teaching for fashion designing department plus the arts and crafts stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I was enjoying my life. Meanwhile, I got married. So with my first child, I moved to London. Immediately after that, for Harshit's job, we moved to London. And that was the toughest time because I left my job. I had a baby to look after, and I had no help there. So
Into the unknown world.
exactly. That stage was the stage when I had to rethink what I have to do in my life.
Yeah.
So I spent a couple of years thinking what I should be doing. I wasn't wanting to leave my child with any childminder or anyone and go for a normal job or things like that. I wanted to do something where I could give justice to both.
Yes.
So I decided, that was a moment when I decided to go for something where I could work from home. And then GlobalCaketoppers came into action.
Oh, fantastic.
It took 4 years for me to think about it.
Yeah.
But yes, that was worth the wait.
Second baby was born.
No!
No, the global cake toppers.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Officially.
Officially, yes. That's true. And we moved to Dublin at that stage. So immediately after we moved to Dublin, I started with Cake Toppers. And Global Cake Toppers wasn't called Global Cake Toppers, it was Anjali Art that I called it. And I started selling on eBay when I started with it. Then Harshit built the website for me.
Yeah.
And then, since then, I started taking orders. It picked up so well. It gave me a lot of popularity, a lot of friends. So I started enjoying my life in Dublin then, because I had like-minded people who could, we could discuss everything with each other,
With the passion
with the
there.
passion there, and then baking together, enjoying those things. So we got connected with that.
It's like you built your own little culture here, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. With your like-minded hub of
Exactly,
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have our own guild here, like the Irish Guild here. So it's amazing the way they support me for everything. Whenever I go for competitions or anything, they always back me.
Yeah.
All of them, not only the Irish people, even all my Indian friends. So
Yeah.
I have like the double backing.
The best of both the worlds for you.
Exactly. So both the countries, like every competitions that I go to, they would cheer me so well. Like that's the moment when I feel okay, I belong to both the countries, and
Accepting it.
exactly. So that's for your.
Yeah, that is amazing to know all about. Like most of the stuff I didn't even know. Of course, like when you post something on the Facebook, that is how I actually connected with you.
Exactly,
And looking at, oh my God, she's an artist, and that is how I found you. Art was our connection.
Exactly.
And you were saying about your mother there. I just was curious to know more about her as well. Was she into the art background, or was she herself? She discovered art by herself.
I think art runs in our family. My granny or my great granny were good artists too. So even granddads, but my mother definitely got it from her mother, perhaps.
The ancestral lineage lying there.
Exactly. And I still discuss with my grandmother if I'm cooking anything, any of the recipes and things like that, and she would connect with everything.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing.
It's great. It's great.
I only wish like we can connect to our grandparents more and actually get the recipes because they are so healing to the soul and also to the belly as well, isn't it? Simple things.
Exactly.
And
So
here we are like,
yeah.
what to do? If the baby is sick, where do we go and get stuff?
Just
Like,
call our grandmother, isn't
exactly.
it? Yeah. I think, like as you asked me earlier, what would be my greatest achievement? It would be cooking a dish exactly like my grandmother.
Oh, which is hard, isn't it?
Exactly. But I think it has taken me decades now to cook exactly like her, and then I feel so proud of myself. Like I have cooked a dish
And
that
that is
tastes
the best
exactly
thing.
like my grandma.
And no other awards can get nearby, isn't
Exactly,
it? Yeah.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
we are so proud of you, Anjali, to where you are
Thank
right
you.
now. So tell me a little bit about what you have achieved so far in terms of the awards and the different things. We were so delighted on your celebration. So I want our viewers to know about your background on your success there.
Okay, as I told you, as a child I won a lot of awards, but then I had taken a break with my family. So
Yes.
I wasn't competing, I was just enjoying my family life and then my business, of course. It was in the year 2016 when I was on my maternity break with my second child. And that was a time when I thought, okay, I can use this time for myself, to do something for myself. And I decided to compete in competitions, which I hadn't done for years then.
Yeah.
So decided to join in for the Irish Sugarcraft show. And I was so overexcited to participate that I actually participated in 5 of them, 5 different categories.
And you have to travel across as well, isn't it?
No, the competition was in Dublin
Oh,
itself, so I was lucky enough for that. And then I won. That was my first time participating in the Irish Sugarcraft show, and I won Best in Show with my monkey. So it was like a shock for me as well, and my family. We were really happy about that.
Such an exciting time.
It
Thrilling,
was.
isn't
It was.
Building the confidence back to yourself, your creativity, I guess.
Exactly. That's kind of, rewarding yourself, especially when you're on maternity break and you know yourself, when you are in a phase where you're just giving your time to your baby and nothing else.
Yeah.
So I used to do all the competition pieces when my baby used to sleep, and that was after 12 or 1 midnight. So, yeah.
So that was great as well for you to beat your postnatal depression side, isn't it?
Exactly.
Not missing the family and diverting your energy into something more productive.
Yes.
Great.
And I was so happy doing that, and I could give quality time to my baby because of that. I was very happy doing
fully
things.
present for them.
Exactly. So moving on, then I won Best in Show again at Cake International, Birmingham. So that was like back-to-back 2 Best in Shows that got me a lot of popularity. And after that, I participated in several of the competitions for the last 2 years. I am doing that. Cake and Bake Germany was my last one, where again I won the gold. Cork Sugarcraft was one of them, where I won Best in Class again. So yes.
So you got your own recognition now in the cake world, isn't
Exactly,
it?
yes.
It's amazing to make that place.
It is.
A woman coming all the way from Mumbai, right?
Mumbai,
and
yes.
coming here in Dublin and just growing. It's amazing.
It's amazing the way I got connected with people.
Right people.
That's like my passion got me connected to people, and that's what I feel is happiness, because I'm so happy passing on my techniques, whatever I can do to them. They like learning from me, and then we have that bit of chit chat, fun. So it's
Art is fun, guys.
it is fun. It is essential for like mental satisfaction as well. When you feel depressed and you don't have, especially in this country, when you have nothing to do during that dull and gloomy day.
Yes,
art,
in the winter months.
Art is the best thing. The
best therapy.
You can connect.
You go with the dull mood, but you bring out colors and you come out bright and shiny, isn't it?
Exactly. And not only the person learning. Like if I have a dull day and if I'm going out and teaching someone, I'm very happy with it because I meet so many different people. I get to know different cultures. Even when I'm traveling, I travel a lot of countries, so doing demonstrations and stuff like that. So I'm so happy, you know, because there are all like-minded people, and you know the way we can connect with each other. I like to learn from them. They like to learn from me. We share different stories, everything. It's
Like
so
sharing
much.
is caring.
Exactly.
And this is amazing
exactly.
because like people recognize Indians as we have a lot of art in ourselves,
Yeah.
a lot of techniques, and also the background to all the kings and the queens thing. We are bringing it when you go into the, like even Britain, like you know they have a bit of culture there. You get to learn different things, and it's amazing. Like the names of the techniques, it could be, or the ancestral ones which have been stopped, and some people bringing it back to
Exactly.
learn.
Like if you have seen one of my pieces that I won in Cake International Birmingham, you know, the technique that I use is actually we used to do for the bangles. If you know lock, you know lock. Okay, that's a very traditional Indian thing that you know they used to do, all the tribal women used to do. So they used to sit in villages and things like that, and they used to blend different colors together to get a pattern, and they used to make bangles out of it.
Like a bit of dyeing technique.
Not dyeing technique, the patterns would go into it,
Okay.
and then they used to make bangles or different kinds of jewelry. So I got connected. As I said, you know, my mom used to run this art institute, and we were always passionate about different arts. So I think I was just like 10 years old when I saw a lady doing that, and I got interested. I actually tried my hands on that technique there. So I started making jewelry for myself.
It's
And that's
amazing.
exactly, eventually I discovered that that's not only the, like that's not the technique only Indians use. Even in like the Murano technique, if you know the
In
Murano
Italy.
glass in Italy,
Yeah.
if you go down to Venice, they do it with Murano glass
Yeah.
and things like that, and it's exactly the same technique that's used for glass beads for the jewelry. So you know, people all over the world, they have the similar
Things.
techniques and
Different
similar
names
things,
given to
different
them.
names given to them.
Yeah.
It's so much fun doing that.
And it's amazing, like when you keep the learning hat on, how much we don't know and how much we have to learn as well.
Exactly.
Getting to know, isn't it? It's
Exactly.
amazing.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. So I developed interest, and then the same techniques I used here. So
Yeah.
it was amazing to, you know, like the way you can use and you can join the dots.
That's it. Yeah. So from Birmingham winning the award, where have you been now?
Okay.
After that, what is your progress?
Okay, after winning, all right, I started teaching a lot. My cake toppers is still the thing, but then now I started traveling a lot for different shows where I demonstrate or take workshops in different countries. I also have officially joined in the panel of judges at Cake International now. So I'm a judge there.
There you go, bravo!
And yeah, so that's a completely new life now. From a competitor to a judge would be a new life there
Big
now.
time. As you
Yes.
said, with the achievements, the responsibility grows as well.
Exactly, exactly.
But that's something you love about, isn't it?
I would. As I said, my mother used to judge a lot of art competitions, and I used to go with her. Even sometimes she used to judge my inter-school competitions, and I used to see her how you know
It is
she's
made.
dealing with people, the way she would judge. She wouldn't let me know, you know, what the results are, or she would be very careful, you know, like whatever I'm doing, she
Yeah.
doesn't know that the painting belongs to me or something like
Yeah.
that. And so I learned a lot of things from her.
All the constructive feedbacks and everything.
Exactly.
Because it is quite, art is quite emotional as well as someone judges and not being fair or something like that, isn't it? It's a very sensitive subject to deal with
You
as well.
can't judge art
No.
because every person has a different perspective towards
Yeah.
art. You know, something that you would like, perhaps I would feel, maybe not something.
Your type or my
My
type.
type,
Yeah.
exactly. So you can't judge art, but although when it's entered in a
That's
competition,
it.
there has to be rules and
The
norms.
few
And
things,
yes,
yeah.
exactly, that you need to follow.
Because I tell my children that they try to be one of the child, she is very particular having the house being in exact shape, the lines have to be straight. I said life is not perfect,
Exactly.
so there is no perfect
Some
line, so
people
don't
might
even
like
worry
something
about.
that's abstract, so yeah.
And this is where abstract painting is being born, and being
Exactly.
yourself, the creativeness, isn't
Exactly,
it?
exactly. That's the thing. Yeah.
Cool.
So, yes.
So well done on that. Yeah, so proud of you again.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, what are your what is your favorite cake topper you made so far?
Okay, so that would be. There would be several. You know, each time I make something, I feel, oh, this is the best one, and then I feel, oh, the next one is, oh, this is the best one. So I can't choose a personal favorite, anyways. You know, like. All just the way a mother would love all her children. It's like something that you sculpted yourself.
Yes.
So you are proud of
You gave
everyone.
birth to everything. Yeah.
You're proud of everyone.
And that very well says to what you said previously, like, you know, art we can never judge. As
Exactly,
well. Like,
exactly, yeah.
Everything is so equal, isn't it? And how did you actually, because the cake toppers I never heard when I was growing up in India, because I think it's a culture that I grew up, it's not a Christian weddings we saw. How did you come across this as a cake topper, and that you can make it and you are unique about it, from art to cake topper?
Yeah, see, even when I was a child, cake topper thing wasn't there. Like, we used to sculpt a lot of things.
The pottery, isn't it? For
Yeah,
us, it was all clay.
I started, with the potter's clay, terracotta, that I used to work with. Cold porcelain was one of the things. Then I started working with polymer clay. So, bread craft would be the similar kind of thing that we were doing. And eventually I developed interest in, everything. So it was kind of like, I said, I must do something with it that could go on top of the cake. I realized a lot of people who could do cakes couldn't do, the decorations. So that's where I came into action. Like, I could do something for their cakes. At first, I started doing it for my friends when I wasn't doing it as a profession. Because they needed help from me, I did it for them, and then they suggested me I could go with something, where I could help them doing those kind of decorations, and that's how I gave birth to GlobalCaketoppers.
Wow. And you never knew that will be a global, and right now you're international judge as well, isn't it? So well, like you already foresaw it coming.
Yes.
It is amazing, yeah. Because every time you put up some cake topper, like, or the experience of that bride or the bridegrooms, like, it's amazing, because that is the biggest thing. The cake is the biggest part of the wedding, isn't it?
Yes.
And such a pride for you to provide that, or they choosing you, like,
and the way they keep it as a keepsake. So I'm doing this for the last 10 years.
And so, Anjali, recently again, I was noticing few things about the podcast and some recordings about you teaching techniques, tutorials. Could you tell us more about that to our viewers?
Okay, so after winning several awards and going ahead with my sculpting skills and everything, I became an ambassador for Sarcino. That's one of the best sugar pastes, I would say. And then the way I started sculpting, we create tutorials for them that go on their website. So it's getting, like, the world is getting closer. We are connecting with everyone, sculpting things, doing the different art forms with that. And then the way the tutorials go on, it's like they give me feedbacks on that. They ask me questions about it. So it's something that is getting me closer to so many people, connecting with everyone. That's the best thing, I would say, is connecting me with them.
That's great, and that's the best part, having the dad there into the technology side, connecting the technology, the web, everywhere, isn't it? Like,
yes, yes, definitely. I wouldn't be myself without him.
Yeah.
He has always been behind the scenes.
This is where the logical and the heart center being connected, isn't it? We need a balance.
Exactly. So the new punchline would be like, behind every successful woman is a man now.
Of course. So who's the man in your life right now?
Harsha definitely is the
Yeah.
man now. Yes, he has always encouraged me. Even when I was participating in the competitions, my baby was just 6 months old.
Yeah, that's
He
pretty
has
hard.
pushed me to go and enter competitions, no matter what. He has minded all of them, both the kids, and he's been so nice every time. He manages my websites every time. Whenever I face any technical difficulties doing anything, he is the person. Like, he is my lifesaver, I would say.
Yeah, isn't it? You need that big support behind you to be running the show, what your passion is,
Exactly,
isn't it? Of course, you
exactly.
do that as well, but like for you to be forefront, like to be visible, to be creative there.
Absolutely, because I wouldn't do anything if he wasn't
Yeah.
supporting me for whatever I'm doing.
Yeah,
The kids are so happy. It's only because of him.
yeah.
He is giving so much of his time and attention, no matter how stressful his life is with work.
Yeah.
He would give 100% to them when I am not here. So that's something that I am so relieved when I travel around different places, that
It is
no
like
matter.
you're recreating your childhood, the best memories in the childhood of your children, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So are your kids into art as well?
The elder one, like, he does a lot of Lego stuff and things like that. So
Again,
yes,
large creative
yes,
mind
creative
there.
mind. So, and the little one, I don't know
Yeah,
yet.
it's
So
too
let's
young.
see. Yes, he is at that exploring stage. So let's see what he does.
Yeah.
With
But
his
again, they're
exploration.
getting the mix of both art and the technology as well, isn't
Yes,
it? Yeah.
yes. Perhaps he'll start looking after my website after a couple of years.
That will be great, handy. Why not, isn't it? The next generation children, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
just on one thing, like, it is great, like, to where you have come again and to where you're now. What are your challenges on this path that you have come across?
Me being an immigrant, when I first moved to London, I had only 2 months old baby. And since he was my first child, no experience for looking after a baby, it was really tough. I was left, like, I felt like I was just the only one there, like, I even cried for a couple of weeks, because I was missing everyone back home. When I was doing stuff, cleaning stuff or anything, and my baby was crying, nobody was there to pick him up. Whereas back home, if you know the way Indian culture is, like, anyone would
whole
just
family.
rush. Yeah, the whole family, would pamper your kids. And I was depressed, but then I picked up, eventually, that's the thing, like, art was a boom at that stage. It helped me come out of it. So I started creating things that could make me feel happy. I started connecting with people with that. And then when I started sculpting and teaching, I started connecting with people.
Yeah.
So I started meeting people from different countries, different cultures. We started talking about their cultures, our cultures, and then, like, everything, all the recipes, we exchanged almost everything. Like, the recipes were a big thing then.
I think the food is one thing, like, on a bigger picture that connects everyone, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that would connect everyone.
Yeah.
And then so as an immigrant, like, I got like-minded people together, so it wasn't like a cultural based thing. It was more of a like-minded people
That's
thing.
it.
And the way you could gel with everyone
Yeah.
when
Because you have one common thing.
Exactly.
And I'm sure you figured it out, like, you're not on your own with a young baby trying to manage, isn't it?
Yes,
Everyone has their own little things to manage.
Exactly, yeah. Because, like, you don't have any help here, no family help, no matter if you fall sick or something like that.
Yeah. the
You can't just
downsides.
call your parents. No, they won't be here. So you have to
It's not practical.
no. You
Yeah.
have to face those challenges, and friends
Build the base.
build the base. They are the family here. That's
Yeah.
the best thing. I got connected with everyone. even the neighborhood, they are so good. Like, no matter what time I'm calling them, they would just come down.
That's amazing.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
you know, like, you don't feel you are something different in this country. You feel part of that country.
That's it. And that's the best thing, that blessing. I even personally found, like, Irish people, they have welcomed me so well as well. Like, it is our home now. It's no more
are.
like, oh, this is different country. No, this is our country as well.
Exactly, that's the thing. You know, when I won, they said, our Anjali won the show.
Yeah.
And they still do that. They never say, oh, that you know, girl
Yeah.
from India. No, they say, our Anjali. So that's the thing, you know, nobody
Yes.
would discriminate you with kind of religion, caste, and things like that. That's the 21st century, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And definitely, as an advantage, being immigrant, we are rebuilding a new base as well. Like, you know, it is a proud
Absolutely.
thing as well. We are able to do
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
And that is a very practical challenge as well, as you said, like, you know, for us to find our feet, like, as with the young baby. Yeah, it's really tough even to think about it.
Yeah.
But glad you crossed that bridge now. And that is the helping for anyone at that stage trying to settle down in this beautiful country. I'm sure you'll find your path as well, and your tribe as well, or your friends. Like, you know, if you haven't found, reach out. There are many groups as well, Facebook pages as well. Meet your like-minded people. Have the hope and believe in that hope and the light as well. Yeah. So with that, what is any message for our viewers would you like to give?
Exactly. Just as you said, you know, don't feel that you are the only ones in the country, because everyone, when they come here, they face the same problems, and you have to come out of it. So no matter what, just get out of your house. Try to get connected with people. No matter what. If you like sports, get connected with whatever sport you like. If it's arts or anything. But start getting, you know, more friends involved in your life, and that's the best thing. You know, to get out of your depression, or you know, even
positive outlook.
exactly, because I think even like any of the festivals, you know, the Indian festivals, that's when you feel you're left alone, because you don't have your family here.
And we have once a month.
Exactly. Like you know, like during Christmas time, you know, where everyone gets connected with their family here. So if you have friends here, you won't feel that you don't have your family here. Your friends are your family here.
That's it.
So,
Or check out on your neighbor as well.
Exactly. They don't leave you alone anyways. Yes, that's the thing. Exactly.
Yeah, and such a safety and security we get. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the thing, you know, like during Christmas or during Diwali, any of the festivals, I'm not alone here. I get thousands of phone calls from my friends as to what I am doing. They try to pull me out because they know I don't have family here, and I don't feel, you know, like kind of homesick then.
Yes.
Otherwise, you know, you would.
When
if
we
you-
didn't have anyone, or we
Exactly.
felt we didn't have anyone that we
Yes.
could connect to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, that's a message to everyone.
Yeah, and guys, if you're getting married or you know anyone and someone is looking for a cake topper, don't forget to go on to Anjali's website, which is www.globalcaketoppers.com, and I will display it on the Facebook page or the YouTube link as well, her website, and all the details about the cake toppers and her upcoming workshops as well will be there. Yeah, I think you have one coming up in September or something I saw.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Do you want to share
September,
something about
October. In September, we are doing the Fantasy Flowers class. So that's the
wow,
one.
fantasy.
Yes, that's the one a lot of people are still looking for.
Yeah. Why not? Go into the creative world.
Exactly. Imaginary world.
Yeah. It's like I will be showing some pictures as well later on, and some video recordings of her creation she made. It's just like for me it was like all of a sudden I was in a Disney movie. It's like somewhere else she has taken me through those work she has made. So hopefully you'll enjoy it as well, guys. Yeah, thank you so much, Anjali,
And
for
thank
being
you
here
for
and giving your time.
inviting me too.
Thank you.
So much for everything.
Yeah, it is great again to talk to the like-minded people and connect onto the art.
Exactly.
And I'm sure we can talk for hours.
Yes.
But we'll stop it here and get back to you with the next interview.
Bharat is definitely tired. He's standing here.
I'm the only man here, so.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you guys for viewing.